G'day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to take a look actually at a pretty interesting, well, I guess a new but similar kind of event. So this is Superheroes of Justice have arrived, and basically it's the same as the Prevent World Domination event. Now if you did that event or you've done some of the other ones that have come since then, basically the premise is super simple. If you have the characters, you will receive the rewards. If you don't have the characters, you will not receive the rewards. Now, it's not technically play to win because you can't even enter if you don't have the units. So, yeah, hey, I guess. But the rewards themselves are pretty basic. Essentially, if you have the units, so if you have Magenta, if you have Gohan, if you have Gamma 1 and 2, if you have Piccolo, for example, you can get more Z power for them. And there's a free-to-play stage that features Great Saiyaman 1 from the Legends Road event. And in terms of that stage, you basically can complete that stage for Chrono Crystals. So it's pretty cool that they at least offer some free-to-play option, which is cool. But in general, yeah, it is kind of like a bit of a bummer because it's like, well, if you have the units, you can get more Z power for them. If you don't have the units, you can't. And the thing is, for these units at least, like, you basically are stuck in a situation where, to cut a long story short, you will be gated. So the first stage will be available pretty much as you summon the unit. However, you're going to need to have the unit at like 6-star to be able to take on the second stage. So it's not even like you can just do both stages. You gated from further rewards because you have to still finish the second stage, which is pretty nuts. Now beyond that, obviously the Legends Road Gohan, if you need help on how to get him, I'll leave a link. I'll leave a link in the top right hand corner to the Legends Road event if you need to understand it a bit more. But to cut a long story short, the event itself is pretty straightforward. I'll show you guys how to beat all the stages. I think most people are interested in that to a certain extent. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, like, honestly speaking, the event itself is just one of those things where if you've got the characters, it's a really cool bonus, and if you don't have the characters, then obviously it's a little bit of like a shame. You might feel a little bit left out. To be honest though, it's just kind of simple, situation. And I think for the most part, a lot of players will kind of be happy when they get the units to get the rewards. And yeah, it's there permanently, so it's not limited time or anything. So it doesn't technically create an incentive for you to have to summon now, but it does obviously still give you some benefit if you do pull the characters, and there's no guarantee when they'll come back on the banner, so there is some incentive there. There are missions, and these missions do give out quite a fair chunk of energy as well, so that's also an additional bonus. I think it's like 800 energy in total, which is pretty nuts if you think about it. But yeah, basically, the big incentive here is to complete the event to get the Z power for the units that you've managed to pull, which will help to tip them over the edge into the next power level. Whereas, for those of you who don't get the units, your lucky contribution is that you get Chrono Crystals, which at the end of the day, I'm quite fine with. Anytime there's free Chrono Crystals, I'm generally someone that's pretty okay with it, pretty happy, honestly just pretty impressed. And yeah, just not too concerned, not too bothered, and yeah, just a relatively happy guy when it comes to that. Of course, beyond that, just kind of basically simple stuff. The fights themselves are super basic. They're not really anything you need to know or have a certain kind of strategy for. They're not like super duper difficult fights. Just basically boost your units as much as possible, give them a go, throw them in the stage, and they'll come out, looking fine. It's not going to be a major train smash for you. It's going to be very simple, rudimentary gameplay, and yeah, it's going to be very, very basic. no like secret hyperdimensional co-op strategies or raid strategies or anything of that nature. Just basically good old AI fisticuffs, and yeah, from there you'll be pretty solid. Obviously, if you are struggling with any of the fights, I will do a video on it. But yeah, the big thing is having the characters. So if you don't have the characters, then it's kind of like an unlucky situation where you can't really do anything. Yeah, you just can't really take on the stage. But it is what it is. So yeah, we'll skip ahead to where we've done this stage. You can see the battle's done. We get the rewards, we get the Chrono crystals. And this will unlock the next stage. Now you're going to have to meet further requirements to do the next stage. Like you can see, we need to have Great Sandman here. And you'll need to have, for example, Gohan at like 6 stars or whatever the situation is. But yeah, that basically covers it. Hope this explains the event at least. Like I said, I will be covering each stage as I can. But yeah, that's it from me. Bye.